All right. Well, we're back in the garage. Um, Gonna kind of go over a few things that we did this last week. Uh, I got kind of excited, so I didn't do a whole lot of narration during it. But what you're gonna see is Saturday we did. Mac and I participated in our local car show. Um, it's called Occupy E Street here in Lakeview. It's a regular car show. There's not really, it's not really meant for 4x. It's certainly not meant for rock crawlers. But we were kind of put up front and right in the middle of everything, so it was kind of cool. My new buggy actually won first prize in modified convertible, I think it was. I certainly didn't enter that class. I didn't even see a thing for it, so I think they just kind of was a thank you because we were there. But it's cool to be recognized, and like I said, they set us up right in the middle of everything, so it was neat. Um, Sunday, or directly after the car show, Saturday, the family and I, Mac, his wife, and the grandson Luke, and my wife Kim, and my oldest boy Zach, we all went camping over the night. Just local up by Dog Lake here, and we did a little wheelin' Sunday morning, and then went and helped um, helped a friend of ours. The kids, they took care of their cows all winter long. The family lives 11 miles from pavement, out there in kind of Yoakum Valley area. Um, Super neat family. It's a elderly man and his wife. I guess they're not elderly; they're older. Um, Sorry, Mike. um, but he's been having problems with his Jeep. I'm going to kind of go over it. We've been working on it off and on for a while now. He's been dealing with this issue for over a year, I believe. Um, Kept having to replace coils. We'll go back the long story. So Mike had a bad engine in his 97 Jeep Cherokee a couple years ago. They replaced it, and it had this intermittent dying issue. Just randomly would sputter and die. After messing around with it for a while, we found that one of the wires, the signal wire for the coil, was pulling apart. It had broke down enough where if it was just right, it made good connection. If it was just wrong, it would die and might start right away, might not start at all. That took a little while to fix or to find. So Mike, at some point, found a replacement harness, soldered it in, and it was fine. It ran good for almost a year, with no issues whatsoever. They were coming back from Bend one day, just died. No rhyme or reason. He thought it had a bad coil. He put a new coil in it, fired up again. They ran for a little bit. Then it died. So he thought, well, maybe PCM. So he swapped out the PCM. Then wouldn't run at all. So it's been a headache. We've looked at it a couple times. Not really hard at it, but every once in a while I go out there, and every time I went there, everything points to the coil. Good power at the connector. We have signal coming from the PCM. Everything's fine. Go ahead and pause, and you tell me what you think in the comments. We'll just wait here for a minute. Got any ideas? Okay. Neither did we. Everything pointed to the coil, but not all coils would run. I had a junk coil in here from a probably 88, 89, right when Chrysler, I'd say late 89, 90, somewhere in there. when they first went to that newer style coil. Who knows how long it's been here? 10 years maybe. Mac took it out to Mike's place. They plugged it in. It fired. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Why does it fire on this old coil but not any of the new OEM Mopar coils? They all ohm out fine, exactly the same. We bring all the coils back to here. They run on my other son's Grand Cherokee. Fine, no issues. Go to take them back out to Mike's. The old coil works. None of the others do. What do you think? You tell me. Comment. I'll wait. Nothing? Yeah, either. We went around after we went wheeling this weekend. We kind of made a long trip to Mike's house. We just went over, played around in some rocks we found. You'll see video of it. We drove out to Mike's place and really got down to the nitty gritty. Again, power to the coil. I have trigger wire, no spark with an NGK coil, 2 OEM coils, a brand new Mopar OEM coil, nothing. We unplugged that, we grabbed that early coil, plug it in. I'm holding it in my hand. Starts, runs. It's not running great, but it is running. Okay. Plug in the new coils. Again, nothing. What is going on? What we finally ended up doing is, I was like, well, so like I said, they're older. They live 11 miles in a town. They had to get that Jeep. It's their only source of transportation. They had to get into town. So I was like, well, let's just bolt this coil up so you can at least drive to town, catch the shuttle to Bend so they could do their doctor stuff. So that's what I did. I bolted it back in the factory location, put the grounds that are supposed to be back on the terminals. Now, keep in mind, this coil was just running in my hand. We bolted up, nothing, just cranks. Unplug it, sure enough, I got power and signal. This coil was just firing. Okay, I'm thinking something's goofy with that connector. I know it's new, but something, we talked about swapping wires, ohming out from the PCM so we get a trigger, which he had already done. He had already soldered in a new wire from the PCM directly to that coil plug. Nothing. So I pulled that the coil harness plug off, pulled the red keeper out for the terminal, and sure enough, the trigger wire inside that coil was moving almost 1/4 of an inch. So when you looked at it, when it was unplugged and no pressure, it's all the way up at the end like it's supposed to be. When you plugged it in, it would push that out and you would have power into the coil, but no trigger out. The trigger wouldn't make the piece, the trigger would not get to the coil to make it fire. All this time, the brand new harness was our issue. And what we found was the newer coils, the terminals for the plugs are just a couple thousandths smaller than the early one. So the early one was sticking out just enough that if it was plugged in right, it was touching and enough to make that coil would get its trigger. The other ones, it would push out and the end of it was small enough that it would just sit there and no signal. So all this time, almost a year of fighting it, it was a stupid coil harness. Who knew? But we've got him up and running. He's getting back in town. We've found a new harness. We're going to put a new harness in for him, and he'll be good to go. But that's how our weekend went. It's been a while. It's been an interesting thing. We'll let you know if that fixes it permanently, but I feel pretty confident that we've got her finally. We got some video of the car show, some of their awards, and then we've got a little bit of driving and a little bit of wheeling, and hope you like it. We'll catch you next time. We'll see you.
tadum tadum tadikik tak tadum tadum dim tadikik tak tadum tadum tadikik tak tadum tadum dim tadikik tak tadum tadum tadikik tak tadum 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 Kita tadim takata 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 kita tadim 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 tatat tadim 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 tatat tadim tadim tatat tadim tadim tatat tadim tadim
Can you guys hear me down there on the south end? Darby, can you hear me? Darby Dick, I see you. Can you hear me? All right. He doesn't like to. Ah, there you go. 1961 to 1970. Ken and Blanca Van Heusen. Woo! 1968 Corvette.
Is that modified or stock? That's my friend Jim right there. Congratulations, Bob!
Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
This looks
There you
good.
go, Blanca! Nice work!
I still can't believe they had it way out here and just
No.
flared off.
Give it to Blanca.
I need to fix that. That one drives me
She's a lot better looking than Ken, right?
This.
On the next one, 1971, 19 to 1980. Jim Harkless, 1971 El Camino. Come on, let's hear it now. On the next one, 1981 to present, it is stock. Melvin Dick with an 08 Dodge Viper. What a beautiful car. Woo! On the next one, 1920 to 1930, first place, Ken and Blanca Van Heusen, 1923 Ford Truck T is what it's under.
That sounds hot. You're going to cruise. I think so.
Melvin, right here.
Look big the cops.
So we're underneath the beer stand, guys, if you to get your plaques, just because it's shade. On the next one here, oh God, 1931 to 1940 is Mom and Dad. Gordon and Debbie Lytle, 33 Ford Coupe. Look at this guy. Such a stud. Love him. On the next one, 1941 to 1950, we got Steve Cornell with the 47 Hudson. Beautiful car. He's working his way. He's clear down on the north end there, by God. On the next one, 51 to 60, Thomas Morehouse with that 56 Nomad. You guys can walk together, I'm sure. It's pretty quiet out there. Can we at least acknowledge? Come on, give us some hands out there. Oh, I like it. I know it's hot, guys. We're hurrying, but usually we do this a little bit later, but at least we can get out of here and get cooled off. What little cruise we're going to have. So the next one here, 71 through 80, we have Tony Ford with the 75 Camaro. Avery, don't give up. Get your dad busy. Avery, don't give up.
It's Ford with the Chevy. Brother.
On the next one here, by God. 81 and present, we got Lonnie Foster with the 2013 Challenger. Right on. I did not see it. On the next one, the Rat Rods. I might say this wrong. Josh Woolery with the 44 Chevy Fleetliner. You know, I believe that thing has a Cummins in it, correct? Yeah, it's a badass little machine there. No? No? Yeah. No, thanks, Josh. Under construction. Under construction, we have Curly Connor with the 40 Plymouth. 40 Plymouth. Old Curly, I met him today. He looks like a bear, but he's like a rabbit. Just don't pet him. Thanks, Curly. We got a cage in between us, so we're all right. And I can still run fast. Anyways, here we go with the trucks. 1950 and older. We have Kelly Peel, 47 Chevy truck. It was the green truck down there with the flatbed. So Alan Matthews. If Kelly's here, I'll be surprised because he works all the time. On the next one is 51 and newer, Benny Morris, 52 Peterbilt. If you can hear me down there, Benny. Here's Alan. He acts like he doesn't smile, but he does. 1950 and older modified is Bruce Toffel. Sorry, people destroy my name too. Is a 50 Chevy pickup. Bruce, right there.
There you are, Bruce. Thank you, friend.
You got it. On the next one, 51. Thank you. 51 and newer, we have Henry Lewis, 53 Ford F100. And the convertibles, here we go. Oh, this guy. You see this guy, give him shit. For convertibles, Dugan Caffrey with the 65 Pontiac Tempest. What's that? Oh, I'm a rapper. That's how I was holding it. All right. So, motorcycles right here, first place. And bless her heart, Judy Lehman with the 2013 Harley Softail.
Thank you.
Good to see you. So, in the longest distance, I don't know why we didn't just sit.
Okay.
I gotta hold up like a country singer. Longest distance, 1,100 miles, goes to Judy Lehman 2 with her 2013 Harley Softail. Thank you for coming. On the next one, we have first place, it's modified convertibles. We have Alaric Crandall. Alaric. It's a convertible, but different. That's the off-road rigs over here. Under construction, first place. Modified, we have Ryan Lytle. Ryan. Minis right here. Oh, Benny. Is this? So we still have people's choice here. We're figuring out some other stuff here real quick. So we have another one here. It came under Rat Rod. I don't know how that worked out. I don't think they put their car under that, but their name is still there. We have Greg McCauley. It's under Modified. So we got People's Choice here. What we have here, it's a new car that showed up this year. And it's Thomas Morehouse with that 56 Nomad. People's Choice. So that goes with our awards today. We have obviously plaques left over that didn't get filled. So again, guys, I want to say thank you for all the vendors and everybody. Mike Beeson. It don't just happen yesterday, you know, to put this together. We were on the phone talking, getting this, getting that, getting the approvals and stuff. But thank you for showing up, and we're just going to get bigger and better. Hopefully we have street drags, some live bands next year in between, you know, our wonderful DJ here. And we'll go from there. But thanks again for showing up. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not just talking to be talking, but yes, thank you. God bless you guys, and have a good one.
All right. Give this young man a big hand here for announcing all that. Buggy shit. See you soon.
We're out here on Dog Lake doing our loop road, taking a day off from work. We've got the family behind us. Pretty awesome view. No, belly. Stop right there. So we're on a family trip today. Yesterday we had a car show. I got first place in modified convertible in the buggy. I don't know that there was an actual class for that, but that's what I got. It was nice. It's a cool little car show. Today we're on kind of a rescue mission. So see if we can fix a buddy's Jeep. He lives up here off grid. Got a pretty cool little homestead out here. So we're up driving around and spending the day goofing off and having fun. We'll show you this place when we get there. Got two little velvet bucks there. Sorry, it's so shaky, I had to zoom out quite a bit. Not bad. One on the left is okay. Hope they're ready for bow season. It's coming. Well, we hope you guys like those videos. One thing I forgot to mention, we're starting to enjoy this. I know we're kind of sucky at it, and I hope we get better, but it's kind of fun. So bear with us. Please like, subscribe, share. It's really cool. Some of the short videos are getting quite a bit of views. The other ones, okay, but maybe we can get out there. And if you haven't noticed, back behind here, that's a buddy of mine, Jason Rails. That's a 83 Eagle that we're putting Cherokee axles in, and a 4-liter fuel injected motor. So it'll have a 4-liter AW4 and an NP231. Nothing's crazy, but that's where she's going to sit. We'll film a little bit of that through the build here and see how you like it. Again, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks.